All right, we're ready. You're on live.
All right, good afternoon, VV Nation. It is Friday. Ryan here, filling in for Glenn. The guys just left. They went down to Atlanta. Anybody attending that event, we definitely greatly appreciate it, and hopefully those guys get a safe trip. Been a crazy day in the market. As you can see, the indices are definitely selling off today. I saw some indecision in the morning up until about 10 a.m. However, once that, the consumer sentiment, the preliminary one at 10 a.m. Came out, the market chose a direction, and that tended to be bearish, as we can see here. So if we just pull up the iPad here, if we look at the major indices right now, we're looking at the Dow Jones is the only one positive. It was up almost 200 points, especially the futures. But as you can tell, all those gains, for the most part, being lost. Now it's pretty much even, just up 0.03%. The NASDAQ down big. It is down 156, or just over 1%. SPX and the VectorVest composite all following suit. So let's go ahead and just click on the VVC. Let's see what, here's the intraday here. Here's the 10 a.m. As you can see, if I zoom in here, and I'm just put a marker at the 10 a.m. You can see the market was kind of flat. No real decision in the market. I was looking at this quite a bit this morning. Actually, put a couple of puts on the Qs. That's worked out pretty well. Close those out before the broadcast. We can see the breakout to the downside here. And if I just zoom back out, we could see that the market is just not finding ground at all. As everyone could see, big geopolitical events going on throughout the world. See, DEW still down. John Boston, who would have thought that, right? Or thunk right. I think that might have been a little bit of a mistyping. Janice, happy Friday to you guys as well. It's one step closer to the weekend, which is always a good thing. But as far as the market right now, very, limited opportunities, at least if you're going to be bullish. Energy, petroleum. I know last week, it was last week and the week before, it took a little bit of a hit. This week, it's definitely, beginning to, pick back up. Tom, banks continue to rally on higher interest rates until the rates kill the economy. Definitely, a big bank rally today. SoCal, what up, brother? Bank rally today. Yes, I saw that. Especially, some of the bigger names. I think, a lot of people are finding a safe haven. Mark, we got Brooklyn in the house. Where's everybody from? Put it in the chat. I kind of want to, I've only done this my third time, so I'm still getting to know you guys. We all know Glenn is in the chat, so don't say anything about Glenn. John, Glenn is not in the chat. They're actually driving right now. They're in South Carolina. They're about halfway to Atlanta. From Charlotte to Atlanta, it's about 4 hours, so not too bad. We got Los Angeles. We got Knoxville, Tennessee, Florida, Cali, all over Atlanta. Nat, Tom, are you going to go to the event tomorrow? The guys, they're in the car, like I said, they're heading down there now. Don't know anything about stocks. Well, when it comes to making money, where should I go for that? Well, that's what the VectorVest platform is for. Definitely the YouTube channel. A lot of educational stuff on the YouTube channel. Whether you want to be bullish or bearish. Bearish, there's 3 routes to go. You can either short contras or play options to the downside. If you're bullish, which, not right now, it's the best time to be bullish, at least in most aspects of the economy. Look at this. We got a lot. Like New York, Phoenix, another New York. A lot of New York here. Glenn is in the car and listening. Hi, Glenn. They might be listening, actually. We got St. Lucie, Florida, New Jersey, Vancouver, Boston. Where are you at in Jersey? My family's actually from Jersey. My mom's side, she's from outside Tom's River. We got Nashville, Wisconsin, another Jersey in the house, California. Boston, yeah, quite a bit, all over the country. Glad to see it. Is everyone making money today? I know the markets are down. There are select spots to be in the market, but if you're still holding some of those bearish positions or in those select spots, like I said, we're seeing a big bank rally today, and it looks like energy. Banks and energy. That's a spot to be today. Oh, defense as well. We can't forget that. So if you're as you're joining in, definitely hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe to our channel. That'll give you, access and updates on, further content coming out. John Boss, shout out to Tom's River. Used to pick blueberries in New Jersey as a kid. My godfather lives up there. He lives on one of the cranberry bogs. Let's see here. Nope, I don't know how to be a bear. Give some plays, please. Michael, if you do not know how to be a bear, I'm going to tell you right now, if you just go to YouTube, type in VectorVest short, VectorVest contra ETFs, VectorVest options, there'll definitely be some very valuable insight on how to make money to the downside. Because those are the 3 ways to do it. Shorts, pretty risky, and typically, it takes up a lot of margin in your account. Me personally, I like contra ETFs or options. So you can definitely, learn that material from our YouTube channel, or, subscribe to the software. And there's a lot of extra stuff that's not on the YouTube channel that's in the software that can point you in the right direction. Let's see here. No video, just chat. Can you guys, did we lose video feed? Just curious. I got Jazz here saying there's no video.
No, everything's working.
Looks like everything's working. Just want to make sure. Okay, thanks. I will do that. Learning how to play the market to, both sides is a very valuable key. Video and chat is fine on my end. Jazz, yeah, everyone else's video is working. Maybe close down your YouTube, or if you're in the app, maybe just shut it down and restart it. See, everything is fine. So, as I've been talking, I guess I brought a little bit of good luck to the VectorVest composite here. We can see that if we zoom in, since the broadcast here, it is up. I guess we're bringing luck to the markets. Unless you're playing to the downside, then it's not that much luck for you. Let's see here. So let's go back. Let's see what our market timing signals are doing today. We got the confirmed call. That's been down for quite a time. DEW down. Green light buyer neutral. The only thing up right now is primary wave. Went up, a few days ago. So, if you're in the market, at least as far as a bullish standpoint, just know you're taking on a little bit more risk. It's a volatile market right now. Everything going on with geopolitical. Jazz, call in support. See if they can assist you, because everyone else is fine. Everyone else is saying in the chat that they can see and hear me. So there might be something that we're missing here. Now, if I continue to scroll down, one thing I did want to note, look at that. In the color guard, we do have a red light. If you've seen my bottom fishing videos, my shorts, now the videos I've been doing, the bottom fishing videos, they're not saying go out and just start buying stocks, especially the one last night that I did on big tech. I don't know if you guys watched that or not. Definitely went over a lot of chart analysis, see what to look for. But I said, there's a downward trend line. We had some resistance going into place, so I wasn't too surprised by that. We want confirmation, right? And we're not getting that confirmation. We got one green light since October 6th. We like to see a green light with follow through the next day, right? We're not seeing that. Yesterday, no follow through, right? If you jump in just on one green light alone, just know you're being a lot more aggressive. Obviously your time, your schedule is going to play a factor. If you're more of a passive investor, wait for more confirmation, especially if you don't look at your portfolio or stocks every day. The mildly bullish signal in the morning keeps getting my hopes up. I never learned my lesson. Igloo, I think we've all been there. So, John, good video last night. I hope you guys liked that. Like I said, I didn't get any comments from that video, but I said if you own big NASDAQ 100 stocks, because I like the NASDAQ 100 a lot. I think there's definitely a lot of opportunity going to it into the future. However, right now, not the optimal time to at least opening new positions. But in that comment section of that video last night, definitely put stocks that wasn't in the list, right? So if there are stocks that you're interested in, I can reorder that list, readjust it based on, stocks that you might be interested in. But I put a lot of big names in there, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom. So a lot of the big names are on that list. So if those are positions that you are holding and you want some valuable insight, definitely recommend watching that video. Let's see here, but could turn around like yesterday. They can always turn around. I watched the 5 coal picks video. Hey, coal has been taking off, Kirk. I've been touting coal for a while, and I think, with geopolitical concerns rising, with energy, I think coal is, going to piggyback off that. you know, I hope you like the intro of that. I am number one. So if you want to hear me sing, well, I did sing, but I did dance a little bit. So if you do want to hear that, that is in the Cole video from a couple nights ago. Let's see here. So let's go back to software. So yeah, everything's down right now. So we're going to show you where exactly our opportunities in the market, and probably pull up some contra ETFs. And as always, towards the end, I'm going to take some of your stocks, and we're going to go look at it. Bill, yeah, coal is dirty. Trust me, I already know. It is definitely dirty, but it is one of the largest energy sources in the world, and it's one of the cheapest. So in developing countries, that's where the demand is. In the first coal video I did, our exports of coal actually has gone up. Is it too late to buy coal? I wouldn't say it's too late to buy coal, Niels, but just watch the videos. That way you can see in the chart. We're not going to be talking about too much coal today. Ryan, why can't VectorVest put the dates of your videos in the titles? That way we can be sure when... That's a good idea. But on YouTube, it should tell you how old the video is, whether it's a day old, a week, a month. So it should give you a sense of how old that video is. But as far as coal, still bullish on it. Petroleum, still bullish on it. Let's see here. John Boston, Ben David, and my laws. I think the uranium stocks would be up today. CCJ. We'll take a look at uranium actually as well. So let's jump over here. We're going to keep scrolling down. Look at that. The advances, declines, definitely outweighing the advances right now, 53% to just 35%. So we're not seeing much positivity in the market right now. So let's see what's working. So we're going to go to stock pick ideas, which is loading right now. We got hot industries, coal, still number 2. We got petroleum as number 3. ETFs short as number 4. The food dairy products, that's been on the top industries for quite a while. Can you look into TTOO? Went 5,000% up yesterday. Let's definitely look at that here in a little bit. 5,000%. Whew. YouTube does indeed show you how old. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, they'll show you how old it is. But just looking at the hot industries now, we see most of it tends to be energy right now. 2 out of the 5 are energy. 1 is ETF short. So if you are going to be bullish, looks like the places to be right now is food, dairy products, and retail computers. Food, dairy products. Let's see. What would you say make the BSR go green? Oscar, for the BSR to go green, it has to go above 1. So we've got a lot of work to do there. I'm not going to wait for that BSR to go all the way to 1 if I'm doing some bottom fishing. But I definitely I would like to see it back above at least 0.2, 0.3, and some strong momentum to the upside. When we get a nice strong rally, we're going to see that BSR climb very fast. Earlier this week, when the market kind of gave us a little bit of a fakie, the BSR really didn't go up that much. So I wasn't that confident to the upside, at least as far as the broad market as a whole. RT, yeah, for any of these to turn green, they've got to be, well, at least for the RT and BSR, it's got to be higher than it was yesterday, higher than it was 5 days ago, and favorable territory, so above 1. So we've got some work to do before we get any green lights there, at least as far as RT and the BSR. So Oscar, if you're a little bit more conservative in nature and you're willing to give up some, some upside potential for more consistency, you would wait for those lights to turn green. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, get in earlier, wait for green lights and the color guard to appear. And always, always, always wait for that follow through the next day. We got a green light, was it 2 days ago? However, we didn't get no follow through. I like to see follow through because, as you know, the market's very volatile right now. So we have a big update today, get a green light, and then tomorrow, or a perfect example would be today, where the market just goes down, right? So we're not gonna, I'm not jumping the gun too soon right now. Right now, it's mostly short-term trades for me. Actually, it's all pretty much short-term trades for me, unless I've been holding positions for a long, long time that I'm just not really in a rush to sell. It's follow through 10 a.m. Yeah, at least by 10:30 a.m. Dr. D, the founder of VectorVest, feels that the first hour in the market's known as amateur hour. Very volatile. Direction is hard to assess. So I like to wait till like 10:30 the next day to get follow through. But we just haven't really seen an explosive rally yet. we haven't seen it yet, to be honest. So still, get the shopping list ready. I need to be prudent, not jumping in except for some contras when appropriate. We just got a red light today. So, again, I'm no financial advisor, but normally when I see red, I'm playing to the downside, right? And always put stops in just in case. All it takes is, some update somewhere in the world, some geopolitical event, turn the thing around. So let's see here. So let's take a look at these. First, we're going to look at coal. Since someone mentioned coal earlier, we got HNRG, which is down, but most of these are up today. We see CEIX up 2%, ARLP up 1%. Out of the top 6 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 are down, and those 2 are down slightly, but the winners are outpacing the losers. So coal still seems to be moving up overall. I'm going to hit the back button here, and let's just look at petroleum, see what it's doing. Petroleum. Winners, only one loser in the list. We got YPF here, down just 0.5%. But if we look at the other positions, PBRA up almost 3% at 2.99, BP at 1.4, PBR almost 3%. So petroleum still knocking it. So they are, let's see here. Let's hit the back button. All right, so we're gonna go to premium watch list, and let's look at where are the contra ETFs. Here we go, contra ETFs. This is what we want to see. The Russell shorty, which shorts the Russell, that is up 2%. So it looks like the Russell's taking the big hit right now. The Dow, the S-Dow is down. The Dow is up slightly. Remember we looked at it just a moment ago. SPX shorts are up today. So for the most part, unless you got your contras in the Dow Jones Industrial, looks like you'd be making money, right? And let's look at the NASDAQ was here we go, PSQ up 1%, and then QID short 2%. SQQQ, that's a triple leverage, that's 3%. So, and no surprise with interest inflation still rising. We got the inflation report last week. That's just going to put a sentiment on the economy. Who thinks interest rates are going to continue to rise? The last 2 months CPI data has been higher, right? So all this, hope that the Federal Reserve, is going to lower interest rates, that's probably definitely out of the picture. But as far as, not hiking anymore, it's getting a little gloomy. It looks like that there could be some hikes in the future. As you watch the videos, me and Glenn, we think more hikes are necessary. Definitely appropriate. We don't have all the economic data that the wizards that make these decisions. If I had to guess, if they didn't raise interest rates, it's probably because they're worried about the banks. That would be my biggest guess. Type of 1 in the comments if you agree with that. Type of 2 if you don't. But if they do not raise interest rates, my number 1 concern would probably be the banks, is that they think there's weakness in the banks. Let's see here. Hobio City, for rates to come down is foolish investing. I do not see rates coming down. I don't see it. I doubt it even in late 2024. We're getting a lot of ones here. Yeah. Let's be honest. If the Federal Reserve could raise interest rates and combat inflation more than what they're doing, I 100% think that they would do it. I know the Federal Reserve, raising interest rates, I'm no macroeconomist, I'm a much better chart reader. But from my understanding of learning about it, is that it could take some time to kind of sink into the economy, which we're all kind of, probably learning together, since we haven't had an interest rate hike like this in, I think, 15, 20 years probably. See, we're getting ones. Yeah. So, the banks are weak, but they're up today. So, we'll see how that goes, right? I know the bank's been taking quite a hit, but we are at wartime. We may need rates to sum down. So I was looking, something that interesting. Google, the wizard of Google. I literally Googled what stocks work when war start, during wartime. And it said defense stocks and energy. So that would be my play. We're seeing it unfolding. Glenn did a defense video earlier this week. Great video. If you did not see it, definitely recommend watching it, because that's kind of where me and him, we agree on energy and defense. Let's see, your PBRA just breaking through resistance level. The coming election year will impact Chairman Powell's thinking. Definitely could. Definitely could. That would probably be the other reason that they kind of, halt these interest rate hikes is a soft landing. Keep the economy looking good for election season. Defense does not seem to rolling. We'll take a look at some defense stocks. I'm sure there will be some in the list. So let's back out of these contra ETFs here. I'm going to scroll on down. Let's see what our safest stocks. Actually, let's take a look at gold. Let's take a look at gold here. Why did that do that? There's the gold bugs. Gold seems pretty, up for the most part today. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, gold. Look at that. Woo. Silver and gold, commodities. Times of uncertainty. Commodities added to the list. So we're talking commodities, energy, and defense stocks right now, right? If you're going to be bullish, that seems to be the place to be. So let's scroll. Yeah, Barrick's Gold at up 4% today. I like Barrick's Gold actually. Let's see here. Yeah, so just looking at that, I'm glad we clicked on it. Definitely gold, and maybe I'll do a video on gold next week. If I'll take a look at it, see what I think. But if you're interested in gold, type a 1 in the comments if you think it might be a good idea to do a video on that. And if you're not interested in gold, type it 2. And based on that results and see, doing some research, we'll see what I can find here. 1, okay. 1, nice. Because gold's been kind of weird lately. It's gapping up since the beginning of the month. 1, when the bullish percent was down, the dumps. GX calls next year. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, we're getting a lot of 1. All right. So I might be throwing out. I'm going to do some research. Look at the charts and I recommend this to anyone else before buying anything. Always, always, always look at the graph. If you do not know how to read a chart, give support a call. They'll definitely. And, you can even on our YouTube channel, we've got videos that go over charts, moving averages, support resistance, chart patterns. Gold tends to be safe haven, and peerless times, no, it does. However, gold hasn't been responding like it normally does when it comes to, perilous times. Bitcoin might be stealing some of that thunder. Not going to lie. I know Glenn does not like crypto, does not like Bitcoin, all that stuff. However, do I like most crypto? No, I think it's trash. It's just volatile. People are taking it over. But Bitcoin's got a big market, and it's all over the world, and it's known as an inflationary hedge, and it's definitely outperformed gold. So if I am an investor or if I'm looking to hedge, well, gold or Bitcoin? That's the question, right? Bitcoin doesn't seem like it's going anywhere right now. Gold is being manipulated. Hey, definitely a possibility. Let's see here. Glenn likes McNuggets, so we can trust his taste. Hi, Glenn. Hey, I like McNuggets too. Who doesn't like a McNugget? John, you don't like nuggets? Or a McNugget, I should say. There are too many events taking place in the world. The occurrence of war, crime, and global warming. It affects both the market and political leaders who run the country. It is a lot. The first article I saw this morning when I got to the office was China taking advantage of the Middle East crisis. Think about it. The United States is already occupied, or not occupied, but we got a war in Ukraine. Now a war in the Middle East with Israel. Would China take advantage of that? Would that spread us too thin, having interest in 3 fronts? And when I say China, I mean, their potential invasion of Taiwan. They've been touting it quite a bit. See here, but he's right. Nugget. Oh, yeah. Oh, Nugget. Yeah, the gold. Let's see here. The gold bugs index. Yeah, Nugget. That's a good one, actually. Let's see here. Let's go back. Where's that? The stock screener. Featured screens. All right, so we're going to look at the bearish ETFs. Biotech, not where to be today. But yeah, look at that. Shorting the Russell up shorty, SRTY. This is the second. It was first on the other list, second on this list. Yang, which is China bearish times 3. That's up 3% today. So there's a place to be. A lot of momentum. Actually, let's look at Yang here. Let's just go back. Yeah. So it's around $10 at its low, $10.66. Oh wait, this is morning. Let me hit. That didn't look right. Yeah, look at that. It is moving up. The 3 is below the 8 right now, but we see them converging together, right? So we can get the 3 above the 8, and you're comfortable with shorting. The Chinese economy, again, this is leverage. So if you're new to contra ETFs, do not recommend leverage. Type of 1, you know what? Let me know if you are familiar with ETFs. You know, if you know what a leverage ETF is. If you do not know what a leverage ETF, please type a 1 in the comment section. If you don't, okay. So leverage just means, so the way I phrase it is that ETFs track an underlying entity, whether it's gold, you know, the Qs, interest rates, you know, they got ETFs on everything, commodities, whatever it may be, right? So whatever the underlying asset does, the leverage will move either 2 or 3 times quicker. So for example, if I plan on betting against the NASDAQ 100, right, and choose SQQQ, it will move 3 times as fast. So it works really good when it works. But if it doesn't work, you're literally 3 times as wrong, right? So a lot more volatility. The reason why a lot of people like it is because, for example, if I want to, you know, hedge something. See, Roger, can you please call out what the setup on the chart is being used? It is, oh yeah, so it's a 3 and 8 day exponential moving average. In addition, it's got support and resistance lines. No, the recommended stop is not on that chart. It's just a 3 and 8 day exponential, and then uses support lines. And then I got volume down below, which most of you probably already know. I don't have the stop price in there just because I've got, you know, along the top, that thin bar with the red, yellow, and green. That's going to let me know where the, you know, if the price action is above or below the stop. Those leverage ETFs can ruin your portfolio if you are playing goes, yeah, it can ruin your portfolio. Would not recommend, you know, going all in or, you know, over leveraged on a leverage ETF, right? But one reason I do like leverage ETFs, right? Let's say I got a $10,000 portfolio, right? Market starts pulling back. I only got $1,000 cash and I want to hedge my portfolio, right? Well, I might use a leverage ETF because that same $1,000 will now have the power of $2,000 or $3,000 to hedge that $10,000 portfolio. That's the advantage of it, right? But like I said, they're moving a much quicker. So if you don't like volatility, and if you're not familiar with contra ETFs, start with single leveraged. I would recommend starting with single leverage. It's just safer, you know. And definitely, like I said, you know, if you've never even bought a contra ETF, don't just go out and buy one today because you see the market down. Watch a video on it. You know, go to VectorVest, type or YouTube, type in VectorVest contra ETFs. They got a lot of great videos on them. I did one, but it didn't really go too much educational part. But there's a ton of videos of there on contra ETF. That's how I learned. You know, when I first started here at VectorVest many years ago, I was just watching our videos. You know, when I was working in the call center. 3 and 8 day moving averages are used by many to track the near-term movements in a specified time frame. Yes, Ben, 3 and 8 day. It's typically used by swing traders, very active swing traders. So basically the reciprocal of the asset times 3. Michael, yes, actually, you know, kudos to you because that sounded way better and a lot less verbiage. But yeah, whatever the asset is, times 2 or 3. I've never seen a leverage ETF go to 4. Not saying it's not possible, but I just haven't seen it. If you know of one, put it in the comment section. Curious. So let's do this. It is 12:30. And we already found out China might be potential as a good contra ETF. Again, this is Yang, this triple leverage. The spots that we're finding in the you know, hotness right now, we found gold. Gold's moving up, silver moving up, energy, which, you know, coal, uranium. We'll look at uranium, petroleum, and defense stocks. So let's see here. Let's go to watch list. And you know what? Today, we're going to spend some more time on your positions. With the volatility in the market, Tough time to hold contras with the market oversold. It is, Michael. If you are not in contras, please put some stops in place, because if we do decide to get a rally next week, it could be very strong to the upside. What is a non-leveraged China contra? Oscar, honestly, I do not know. I just know yin and yang, which is the triple leveraged ones. Best bet for that, easiest bet, is probably just go to Google, type it in, single leverage China contra ETF, which is definitely, like I said, if you're not experienced with ETFs, don't jump into Yang today. I wouldn't jump in anyways. 3, it's converging. We haven't got confirmation. Want that 3 above the 8. Now, let's see here. Let's go to watch list. All right. So I'm going to spend some time on your stocks, because I know the market's volatile, up and down. A lot of anxiety in the portfolio. So go ahead and put in the comments section your symbols. I'm going to take as many as I can. That's why I want to spend some time on this. Normally we only spend about 10-15 minutes. Today we're going to spend like 20-30 minutes on it. It's only 12:30. Let's talk about what you're interested in. So in the comment section, all right, TTOO. I did a video on that. That's actually my second best video on views ever. So we'll hit TTOO. STRL. SMCI. BTU. Sorry, give me just a moment here. It's not as fast as the computer. BTU. Peabody Energy. Apps. That's Digital Turbine. CME. APA. Mod. Oh, go back here. Mod. I gotta scroll back up to your comments. So your APO. Let me use 2 hands here. Slow with 1. DRS. CNC. CEG. CAMT. INDA. All right, I'm wrapping this up. We got quite a few here. INDA. Oh, wait, why didn't the I pop up? INDA. Okay, that's the India one. Let's see here. CNC. BA. WFRD. Weatherford. AMGN. HLX. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. I don't even know how many that is. If we have more time to get through these, I'll take some more symbols. But we've got quite a bit. That's probably the most I've seen in a video, but we're going to get through them. All right, create watch list. Delete. What's today? Oh, we'll just, you know what we'll do? You know why the market's selling off? It's Friday the 13th. Duh. Why do we know this? I just remembered. It's Friday the 13th. No wonder the markets are spooked right now. Let's see here. Let's just name it Friday 13th. That'll be a fun name for a watch list, right? Let's have some fun. All right, look at that. SMCI at the top of the list. My friend's birthday today, too. Beware of black stocks. My friend, October 30th. And it's, so I heard we're getting a blood moon, a full moon, or something like that. A Friday the 13th. A lot of things going on in October. Spooky month, right? Maybe I'll convince Glenn to dress up as Jerome Powell for Halloween. Who would like to see Glenn dress up as Jerome Powell for Halloween? I think so. Yeah, Michael. Someone sent me a message with that the other day. But yeah, we got Friday the 13th. It's like I stay home Friday the 13th. I don't blame you. I would stay in too. I'm actually gonna go to a haunted trail this evening, Friday night. So I'll go have some fall fun. There's a little pumpkin patch, so try to have a nice evening with the family. Let's see here. Yes, Glenn dressed up as Pal would be great. John, I would let him know that. I will let him know. We got to see if we can convince Glenn to dress up as Jerome Powell, right? All right. So let's get back to it. We got the list. SMCI at the top of the list with a VST of 1.38. Looking good. Down today, down 4%. Tech's getting hit hard. I'm just looking through this list here. We got Camtech, a lot of energy, India shares, Boeing, T2 Systems, $8.49. What? They weren't lying. Hold on. Let's look at this. I did a video and this is, whoa. Let's take a look here. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm trying to get back to it. Whoa. Look at that. That is crazy. I know that was like 20 cents. I was just looking at it the other day. Let's see here. Let's look at the close yesterday. The close yesterday was 17 cents. The high today is over $10. That's a huge gap up, Michael. What I do like about this position, we did get a sell-off, right? But if we look at today's candlestick, we're seeing some buying pressure there. So let's go to the 1 day. Yeah, huge gap up, went down. Let's see what the low was here. The low was around, just dipped below $7 there. However, right now is at 844. Huge gainer today. If you are in this position, please protect profits. Don't get too greedy. If you're thinking about getting in this position, make sure you have some free time, because if it moved 3,000% overnight, just think how quick it can move again, whether it's to the up or downside. So just be careful. Do I like this position? I gotta look at the news here. Does anyone know why it's up 3,000%? I can't pull up the news right now. Joey, don't let Glenn convince you into dressing up like Jeanette Yellen if he dresses up. Oh man, it's getting interesting. TP now. Let's see here. Let's hit the back button. Let's go back to these stocks here. It's still got a sell rating. All right, we've got SMCI. We're going to go through these guys. Let's just go right to the chart. Look at that. Undervalued. We're valuing at $400. That does look good. What is it trading at now? It is at 281. So you're getting great value here. The SMCI is one of our top VST stocks. TTOO looks like a stock split. That would make sense. You know what? If it went up 3%, it's probably a, was that 30 for 1? I think that's 30 for 1, right? Yeah. If my mind's right. It's Friday. That would make sense why it's up that much. SMCI, look at undervalued. This was one of the top VST stocks. We see the gap down here. Let's just zoom into this graph. And we're going to go to 3 months. So let's take a look at these. Now, 3 is converging close to the 8, right? Tech is selling off today. Not the place to be. Protect profits. You see it try to fade the gap there. Back in. Let's click on this. There's the gap right there. Try to fade the gap. It actually entered the gap. However, found a lot of resistance, looking like at the bottom of these candlesticks here at this low, at this 313 level. If we compare the high of these, the high is, 315. So yeah, right around that 313, 315 level. Looks like some resistance. So this one here, 3 just, let's see here. Whoop. The 3 is converging to the 8, not bullish on it. We broke its upward trend line. You see it's trending over the past, 2 or 3 weeks here. We broke that trend line. TTO was a 1 for 100 split. It's actually down. Yeah, it's down. Whoo! 1 for 100. And TTOO, I did a video on it just because, there was a lot of talk about it. Hopefully, get some YouTube traction. But do I think it's a viable company? No. It's too volatile. Market has only one job, and that is to separate you with your money. Any trickery way out there, if you are not super careful. That's true. It's all you can find the best stocks out there. But unless you have some kind of risk management or portfolio management in place, they may not work out for you. You can give up all those profits from those good stocks and then turn into losses. TTO circuit breaker stopped trading this morning. Now trading. Not surprised there. Now volume on SMCI is also dropping. So this one here, not bullish at all. You know, the NASDAQ was the big loser today. You know, if you're in this position, protect profits. If you're at a loss, when you bought this stock, you had a plan. Or if you did not, make sure you have a plan next time. But you got to stop the bleeding somewhere. You know, it did have a buyer. It's got a hold right now. You know, not a rush to sell it, but just be cautious. That 3 is converging close to the 8. And it's tech, right? Anything tech related is just getting pummeled right now, especially with talks of interest rates. You know, the big hype was interest rates would hopefully go down. They would stop raising hikes. Well, we just had the second month in a row. CPI is hotter than expected. So what's it going to hurt the most? Growth stocks. Most growth stocks tend to be tech. So just be careful with that. Weatherford WFRD. Let's see here. This one is moving up today. Weatherford. That is petroleum. Let's go back. Value. Look at that. 108's the value on it. Right now it's trading at 96. Undervalued. Nice. Lower left, upper right. We got the buy rating on here. Earnings per share also rising. Let's take a look. Yeah. No surprise. Energy. This one looks good. I mean, look at that chart. You know, over the last 12 months, that's one of the best charts I've seen. You know, nice lower left, upper right. Very little volatility. Looks like we're approaching. If I go back, let's zoom back into the graph here. Yeah. This prior high here, not far away. We see that level of resistance coming into place from that prior swing high. So, but look at the buyers. Buyers have control. No upper wick as of right now. So this looks good. Here's manufacturing. Dip today. 3 converging closer to the 8. You know, nice over the last 3 months. Let's go to a year. See what we got here. Big move, right? So if you've been holding, you know, if you're in this position, whoever put in mod, I don't know when you bought it, but if you're up quite a bit, protect some profits. And again, you don't have to sell all at once. You know, you can sell half, let half ride. Just like when you open up positions, you don't have to go all in. You know, if I got $1,000, I'm going to allocate to a position, especially in a volatile market, or if there's some indecision in the market, I may not open up that entire position, that entire $1,000. I might tiptoe into it. You know, here's a couple hundred, here's a couple more hundred, here's a couple more hundred until I figure it out, right? Until the market comes to me. You know, just jumping all in and hoping for the best. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I wouldn't advocate it. Now let's go back here. We got APO, Global Management Company. Sell off again today. It's down over 1%. We got 89 cents or just over 1% at 87.07. 3 is crossed below the 8. It lost its buy rating. You know, depending on what your threshold of pain is, but look, this is the prior swing low at 86.09. Today's low was at 86.25, so did not hit a new low. That's one good thing I like about it. If we can stay above that 86 level, that prior swing low, why sell it, right? Because the definition of a downtrend is lower lows. If we don't get lower lows, then it's not a downtrend, right? Just same thing with a uptrend, higher highs. So that would be kind of right around where my stop is if I was in this position. But again, I don't know where you bought it, right? Only you know where you bought it. But that's what I'd be looking for if we get a new swing low there. You know, and that low is 86.09. So we're about 75 cents away from that. So just be careful. And we've got Helix Energy. Energy, everyone loves energy. Look at that. Energy, that's where the nice charts are right now. Lower left, upper right. 3 just crossed above the 8 a few days ago. We got the buy rating here. This looks good. Whoever put in HLX, good job. I like that one. That's a good one. Let's see here. Let's scroll down. As I thought, that is petroleum. That's the place to be. So that was Helix. Let's go to Sterling Infrastructure, which is building. Big drop today. Interest rates I was acting a little funky there. We see the big drop. Look at that. There's the level of support. We see the bottom wick this morning. Buyers coming in, trying to keep the price up above that level of support. Just keep an eye on that. You know, the 3 has crossed below the 8-day exponential moving average. The market likes to move where it can cause the most people the most pain. This is an expression I heard. I'm not surprised by that. You know, that's the job of the market makers. You know, knock people out so that way new people can get in, right? Whether it's highs or lows. But yeah, you know, home builder interest rates. At some point, it's, you know, how hot can this real estate be? You know, I'm no real estate expert, but as long as interest rates stay high or keep moving up, I just don't see it being that hot. Home builders, look at that, dropped quite a bit today. Let's go to the next one. We've got Camtech LTD. Who put in Camtech, by the way? I'm curious. Who put in Camtech? Don't hide now. Let me know. Look at that. Instrument, scientific. I thought it was something interesting. It is down today. Nice chart of the last 3 months. Lower left to upper right. Buy rating. Oh, that's why I asked who brought this one. I like this stock. Don't hide. I like it. You know, it's not petroleum. It's, you know, not energy in general. It's not gold. It's not an ETF short. But yet, look at the chart. It's moving up. That's what we like. 3 is above the 8-day right now. They're kind of teeter-tottering. We see the prior high come into play. So if I'm not in this position, I'm definitely looking at that prior swing high. You know, knock that out, get some confirmation to the upside. As far as a stop here, we're already at a level of support. Looks like with today's price action, we might even be breaking out of that zone. But definitely by this prior swing low. Do not want to hold this past the prior swing low. Because you can always buy back in, you know. Just because you sell something doesn't mean you can't buy back in. All right, Centene Corp. Look at that. This one's kind of all over the place. We got a big upper wick on this position today, showing some indecision, but 3 is above the 8, right? So momentum still to the upside. We've got a buy rating, and during the market sell-off today, look at it. It's up almost 1% at 0.8. So this is a good one as well. We want to be where people are making money, right? We want to be, if you're bullish at least, right? You want to be where it's making money. We got Leonardo DRS. This one I'm not familiar with. So let's take a look here. Let's hit the back button. What industry is this in? Electronic components. Okay, nice. Where did that go? There we go. Look at this. Nice lower left to upper right. Look, electronic components. I would say that's tech related, right? I would think so. It is undervalued, or actually it's overvalued. Sorry. We value it at $13.12. So just keep an eye on that. However, look at this price action. You know, let's look at this chart here. Last year. Ooh, actually look, it broke out of a channel, right? You can see the channel. You can see it right there. Channeling. Broke out right around here. Got confirmation. Definitely by here. Little retest. We see buying pressure at that retest. And look, nice bullish candlestick to today. DSR Defense. That's what Nigel says. It's the defense company. Okay. Because I got the iPad out here and a bunch of other windows. So I can't necessarily look up things. But if it's defense, I'm not surprised. Like I said, that's the place to be. One of the places to be. At least for now. Yep. Eugene? Yeah. Good call. Yeah. Defense. Look at that. It was in a channel. VectorVest composite nearing yellow. If CAMT chart is taken 2 years, we could see where it's going unless it has very good news. Which one was that? If it was too far back, we're not going to go all the way back there. CAMT. Let's see here. Let's go to 5 years. Woo! There we go. That's it over the last 5 years. 2 years ago, we're higher than we were 2 years ago. So it's hitting a new high. I like that. DRS, that was the defense. Let's go to 3 months here. That broke out of that channel. That's actually a good play from a technical aspect. Whoever put in DRS. Who did put in DRS? Was that you, Nigel, or Eugene? Because look at that. Not only is it a hot industry, there's news in the world surrounding why the stock could go up, being potential, not potential, but we did just get a new war. Not us, but Israel. And from a technical aspect, look, broke it out of that channel. I like it. Lee, you did that one? Are you holding it, Lee? I like it. It looks like it already did the retest yesterday. We can see the buying pressure coming in. DRS has been nothing but been up since initial offering. Initial offering, how old is this company? Well, I can tell you right now, it's up over the past year. It was $10 and it's now $18, almost doubled. I like that. Good. CME, here is CME. That's kind of all over the place here. Let's zoom into a 1 month time span and get a better visual. There we go. Look at that price action. Ooh, nice green candlesticks here. 3 is above the 8. I like that. Down day to day. So if you are in this position, you can use that 3 and 8. They look good. The volume, it's not high volume. So there is some conviction here. From the first green day, I don't know why. I got big fingers. Maybe I need a bigger iPad. Look at that. There we go. From the first green day, we can see that volume bar. Yep, that's the 3 and 8 day exponential moving average, Michael. Exponential moving averages, they're weighted a little bit differently. Very, very good tool to capture momentum. Very good tool to capture momentum. I got it from Glenn and here, some of the guys here at VectorVest. CME equals me. I got in a week ago. Jake, you got in that a week ago. So you got in around $200. Now it's at $220. You're up 10% in the last 2 weeks as the market pulls back. So just remember that. You're winning right now. So don't become a loser. Don't keep holding it if it keeps going against you. Have a plan in place. Have some kind of objective in place. If we go to 3 months, let's see here. Okay. Oh, there's the channel. Bro, I love a breakout of a channel. It did not retest that channel. That would be my one concern. I do like a good retest to find support. But we don't see that retest. It's just a clear breakout. So just be careful of that. So let's go to the next position. I love that feeling, Jake, right? Hey, 10% in a week. Hey, or about 2 weeks there. That's not bad. Amgen. All right, Tony, we got XL Utilities. May be good entry. Very oversold and has been on a recent uptrend. Also, utilities have traditionally been a safety play. Typically, yes. Because most utilities also pay a dividend. So we shall see. But XLU, if we have some time. Well, it's 12:53 and we got a ton more stocks. We got to keep moving. But yes, typically utilities are known as a defensive play. It has been a very oversold. Just be careful it's oversold because, if it's got momentum to the downside as a utility. And honestly, what I'm surprised about? Why isn't utilities one of the top RT industries with so much fear in the market right now, right? That's an idea for a video too. I like that. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. But why isn't it? Typically you would see utilities, at least in the top 5, as a defensive play, right? But it's just not there. So there might be a reason for that. So we got gold potentially and maybe utilities video for defense. We'll take a look at it. That would be next week. All right, this one here, Amgen. Look at that. Nice lower left to upper right. 3 is above the 8. The volume is low so far. It's been dropping off past 3 days. Well, the trading day is not finished, and it's Friday, so it's typically a little bit lower. But look at that buying pressure. If we go to 1 month here, we see the buying pressure coming in at the bottom. So that looks good, actually. And the price action is still above that 3-day exponential because they're competing with T-bills is why. Fernando, you might be on to something. No risk with T-bills, right? I don't do too many CDs, things like that, but I know my mom just did a CD, and it's like 5.25%. So if there's no risk and you're getting 5.25%. Bill, Ethereum, Bitcoin video. I do own 2 Ethereum coins. I'm not opposed to it. I just know a lot of subscribers are mixed on crypto, Bill. You know what? I'll look into that. Maybe I should do a crypto video. But we don't track crypto directly. All we can do, we can just track. Let me write this down. We're getting video ideas. So we got gold. I'll just put gold/silver. That could be kind of paired together. We had utilities. And you know what? Maybe we can do gold versus Bitcoin. How about that? Gold versus Bitcoin. That's actually, I like that. Who likes gold versus Bitcoin as a video? We have 194K and one making $800 a month. Very safe. Money funds are giving 5.25 limited risk. Yes. So, like I said, my mom just bought a CD. I think it was 5.25. Money market fund and Edward Jones. Yeah, I'd like the gold versus Bitcoin idea. I think I like that a lot, actually. All right, let's get back to these stocks. We don't want to get too distracted. Amgen. We did see the buying pressure today. 3 is above the 8, so still looks good. Got the buy rating. Nothing to get crazy about there. We got Constellation, CEG, Clean Energy. Look at that. Even Clean Energy. Oh, where'd that go? Let me scroll down the list here. Constellation. So Clean Energy, not quite doing as well as Dirty Energy, you could say. We see this one is down just 1% today. However, it has been on the rise. Let's go on this graph here. And look, it's been on the rise. 3 is above the 8. We have the buy rating. The only thing I'm concerned about, look at the volume dropping off. As the price action is moving up, the volume is dropping lower and lower over the past few days, or past, 2 weeks? So not showing me a lot of conviction there. So I would be careful of that. Now, I don't see any resistance in sight, at least on the 3-month. Let's look at a 6-month. Nope. Actually, the further I zoom out, the better this chart looks, especially on a 6-month pattern. Nice lower left, upper right. That prior swing high, which the high is 112. Yeah, around 111, 112. I could see some support there. That would kind of be my cutoff, especially if I got into it below, closer to 100. Again, we don't want to be greedy. We're just trying to make some money, some short-term profits without taking on a lot of risk. What? There we go. Peabody Energy. This one is moving up today. Look at that. It's up 0.5%, 25.86. That prior swing high. That's what we're looking for. Actually, yeah. Let's see here. Prior swing high is 26.26. So I'd like to see some confirmation if I'm not already in it. However, the 3 is above the 8. So if you do jump in it early, just put some stops in place. Because, let's see here. Reversal, adding GBTC and ETH to the database would be great. Bill, I know adding crypto to the database would be good. Even just the big ones. We don't need all the little crappy coins. But I don't make those decisions. We do have ETFs that track them, though. Do a pretty good job. And those ETFs can give you a sense of their movement, for sure. Every older trading buddies in my circle have moved some money from cash to T-bills fixed. I think, back when interest rates, when they first started raising them, they got, 2-3%. It seemed kind of minuscule. But now they're getting above 5%. What happens if they go to 6? 6%? With all the chaos in the world going on right now, doesn't look very bad. I mean, that's not a bad play. And that's not good for the market. Nuclear is the future. Uranium is a good one. I do like uranium. I did a video on it before, about a month or 2 ago. I do like it. And the reason why I did that video on uranium, was it Congo that had the coup? Maybe it was Congo or Niger. One of them had the coup, and France imported a lot of uranium from them, and they restricted those imports, putting pressure on uranium. That was one of the reasons why I felt, at least, why it went up. However, I think the space still has some upside to it. All right, here's India iShares, INDA. Is this? Let's hit the back button. I don't know if this is bullish or bearish. So ETFs foreign. It's not a contra ETF, so it should be good to go. Yeah. Let's click on the chart here. View report. So if you don't know what it is, you just hit those little dots in the top right corner. This investment seeks to track the investment results of an index composed of Indian. It is not. It represents the top 85% of companies in the Indian securities market. So it's not bearish. It is bullish on India. I do like how it did break its downward trend line right around, somewhere in here. It looks like it retested that trend line too on this day. It is moving up. 3 is above the 8 right now, but they are converging closer together, so just be careful of that. And we're at a level of support. But yeah, there's not much going on here with this. It's just kind of flat. I don't know if it pays a dividend. It might, but as of right now, let's go to 1-year chart. 1-year chart. It is moving up over the last, since April. Definitely on the move quite a bit. All right, we've got APA. Let's go to 6 month. Actually, APA Corp. What is that? That is petroleum. A lot of you guys have petroleum. All right, which petroleum is up here? We're at 5%. That's the big winner. You know, I've been touting petroleum for quite a bit. I told you guys, be ready. You know, be ready for petroleum. I know a lot of people got spooked there when it started dropping. I told you in the video, $100 for the Brent. That was the level of resistance. Don't be surprised if we get some selling pressure around 100. Take some profits off at 100, right? As long as the Brent stays above 85 and it found a good level of support around 84, 85, I like that. You know, I like that a lot because, you know, nothing can just go up, up, and up. It's got to take breaths. And that 100 level resistance will sell off down to 85 as support. As long as we stay above 85, I think that's a healthy breath for oil. And again, a war was just announced in the Middle East. You know, can this, you know, I'm not going to go into politics, but just based on that saying alone, a war in the Middle East, you know, petroleum should be doing good. Let's see here. Boeing. We got BA. Look, Boeing is not good. Not good. Look at Boeing here. Not what you want in a position at all. Let's go to 3 months. Down, down, down. Just got a fresh sell rating, looks like, as of yesterday. So I'm not in a rush to buy this. Who said Boeing? What are you trying to do with Boeing? Who put Boeing in the list here? Now, if you've owned Boeing for 10, 20 years and you're just collecting dividends, there's probably no rush to sell it, right? But if you're trying to trade it, you know, do a little something, something, it doesn't look good right now. Let's see here. There's the level of resistance right there, 200. 3 is below the 8. I'd like to see 3 above the 8. And wouldn't mind price action getting back above that $200. BA was J. BA. All right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jay, I don't know what you're trying to do here with Boeing, but like I said, you know, if I owned it for a long time and I'm just collecting dividends and I'm comfortable, you know, look at 5 years ago. Where was it? What was it doing 5 years ago? It's actually lower than it was 5 years ago. So I don't know why you would own this that long. You know, Ryan joined late. Which ones you found best play now? Akshaya, I'm gonna tell you right now. We did find some good stuff. Gold, secret mover today. Secret mover. I haven't heard much about gold. Gold and silver. We went in the Gold's Bugs watch list or search featured screen, and it was doing really good. Petroleum moving. All the energies look like they're going good. And defense. Tech, that's the big hitter today. That one, they're taking the hit. Hey, it happens, right? Here we got Apps Turbine. Let's just go to 1 month. This is a tech company right here. Look at that, down. See, Shia, told you. Tech is going down. 3 is below the 8. Look, that's a clear downtrend. At some point, you got to stop the bleeding. I mean, the stock was, you know, over $10. It's down 40% just in the last, you know, since July, August. GFI is a great gold company, but may be too late for entry. Well, Tony, let me write that down. GFI. For any of you that, all right, for all of you that are late today, we got some good ideas for videos next week. We've got gold and silver. We've got utilities. And we've got gold versus Bitcoin, right? So if you do own gold or utility companies, please type them in the comments section below before we go today. So that way I can maybe incorporate them in the videos or discuss them. So that way you guys can get some insight on those positions. And GFI, Tony, I definitely put in there. Let's see here. Here's the one we looked at first, but this is also last on the list. TTOO. Come to find out, looks like it was a split. This company was about 17 cents not too long ago. But now, with the split, it did put price action quite a bit higher. So just be careful. It looks like it was split. At least that's what people said in the chat section there. Other than that, you know, just be careful. You know, we're finding that, you know, utilities, energy, well, not utilities, energy, gold, defense. Oh, bank. Akshaya, that was the other pop in the market today was bank. Let's see here. Bill Burgers own ETH and GBTC. I only own Ethereum and I own some crap coins. I will be honest. I own some Doge Elon Mars. The only reason why I bought it is because I owned Doge like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Thought I was a genius because I turned $300 and about $500-$600. If I would have held on to it, probably be worth closer to 60,000-70,000. So that I don't, if you're going to get into crypto, do your research. That is the one thing I will say. I am only a big believer in Ethereum. That is my favorite. Because if you've ever been on the blockchain itself, if you ever bought any, what's the artwork called? The digital artwork. Either way, Ethereum tends to be the most common cryptocurrency on the blockchain as far as transactions and transaction fees. Gas fees is what they call it. I know a lot of you probably don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to a gas fee, but just, don't just buy crypto just because you think it's cool. Make sure you've done your research. NFTs. There we go, Chloe. Yes, NFTs. Yes, Ethereum. If you've ever bought anything on the blockchain or, gotten away from the major exchanges into the shady realm of crypto, Ethereum tends to be king. Bitcoin, I don't really know what it does. Who knows? But it makes people money. That's why people buy it. Now, you guys enjoy your weekend. It's Friday the 13th. Be safe. I know it's past 1 o'clock. We went over a ton of stocks today. I hope you guys got some good insight on these stocks. Just remember, if you're holding losers, always have a stop in place, because if you don't have stops in place and it keeps going down, let's be honest, you're just going to be emotional, and it tends to be bad decision making. I've been there. Most of us have been there. Let's be honest. So, if you're not going to be buying stocks right now, at least try to work on self-discipline when it comes to your portfolio. And on that note, I am out, guys. Let's wish everybody a great weekend. Glenn will be back next week. I'm going to do some research. Like I said, looks like, gold, silver, gold versus Bitcoin. Might look into utilities as far as videos next week. Otherwise, good luck trading to you, and always stay on the right side of the market as best as you can. Have a good weekend.